Are you thinking about buying your first home but feeling unsure about how to save for a down payment? Did you know if you live in Canada, you can use your RRSP, that's your Registered Retirement Savings Plan, to help you make your dream of home ownership a reality, the way I did to buy my first home. If you're in the United States, there may be a program you can do that is similar to get your first house, but today we're going to be talking about the Canadian program, and it's called the Home Buyer's Plan. Let's break it down step by step so you know exactly what to do. If you don't already know, I'm Lisa, and I've been using real estate as an investment strategy for more than 20 years now. And I also work in human resources and have over 25 years experience in that. Just a reminder that I'm not a financial planner and I'm not giving financial advice. You need to make your own financial decisions, as we all do. But I'm here to tell you how I've used the program to get the down payment to buy my first house. So I know it works, and I'll credit it as one of the reasons that I'm a millionaire today. Do not forget that information and laws change all the time, so it's important to check out the government site of Canada for all up-to-date information and talk to your financial planner if you have one. If you live in Canada, there's a great government program called the Home Buyers Plan, or HBP. It allows first-time home buyers to withdraw up to $60,000 from their RRSP to use as a down payment. And if you're buying a home with a partner, that also qualifies. Then you can withdraw another $60,000, so that puts you up to $120,000 to put towards your home. This can make a big difference in making home ownership possible. When I used the program, the maximum amount was $20,000 per person, and it was just me, so it was $20,000. I'm not even sure I put the exact $20,000 down. If you've not already seen my video on debt reduction, I put a link on screen if you're interested, because if you do have consumer debt, you want to get that reduced before you start your house journey. Here are the key rules you need to know as of the filming of this video in 2025. You must be a first-time home buyer. You have to be a Canadian resident, and this means you haven't owned a home in the last 4 years as defined under the income tax in Canada. Number 2, have a written agreement to buy or build a home and or closed on a home purchase within the last 30 days. The home must be your primary residence. You need to live in it. Continue to use the home as your principal residence within 1 year of buying it. And number 4, the money you withdraw must be in your RRSP for at least 90 days before you take it out. And you have to reside in Canada when the funds are withdrawn. So there are a few rules. It's important to plan ahead and make sure you meet these requirements before you withdraw the money. And remember, this isn't free money. It's your money, which is great, and you get to borrow from yourself. This is honestly a no-brainer. My dad's infamous comment during tax time about putting money into an RSP. You want to pay them, which was the government, or do you want to pay yourself? Don't be stupid. Pay yourself first. That and the other comment when I was in university, when I was struggling a bit, was you have to get your together. Yeah, he was right in both instances. Pay yourself first. You get the tax break by putting money into your RSP plan first on income tax. Then after 90 days, you get to take it out of your RSP to put down your payment on your house. It's a beautiful thing. Now, let's talk about repayment. When you use the home buyer's plan, you're essentially borrowing from your own savings and you have to pay it back. This is the information as of the filming of the video in 2025, and here's how it works. To qualify for the home buyer's plan, you must be a Canadian resident, a first-time home buyer, buying or building a home that will be your principal place of residence, or the person with a disability must live in the home within the first year. The qualifying property must be in Canada. The house must be built or bought by October 1st of the year following the withdrawals. You do not have to start paying it back in the first year. You have 15 years to repay the amount you borrowed. For example, say you borrowed $30,000 from your RRSPs with the home buyer's plan. To determine your minimum annual payments, you would divide $30,000 by 15 years. So that works out to $2,000 a year. Normally, you'd have to repay starting in the second year, but the government instituted a repayment relief until December 31st, 2025, meaning that you will not be required to begin repaying the funds to your RSP until the 5th year and make the minimum annual payment. If you don't meet this amount, the difference will be considered as income and will be taxable. I suggest checking with your financial institution or your financial planner about repayment. If you miss a repayment, the amount you didn't repay, as I said before, will be added to your taxable income for the year. So it's important to budget for these repayments. It is true you do not get the benefit of the investment gains on the money you borrowed during those years. It is being used as a down payment, but is it really true? If your house appreciates, did you not get the gain with your investment by putting it into that house? Plus, the faster you pay back your RRSP, the faster you get to reinvest the money in your other investments to diversify. In my opinion, it is a smart financial decision you need to take advantage of if you're buying your first home. Did you know you can also use your RRSP withdrawal for a rental property as long as it qualifies as your first home and you plan to live in it initially? Yes, you can, but it also has to be your primary residence, so you have to keep that in mind. So if you house hacked, for example, and it was your primary residence, it should be eligible. It is great for the government as well in this example, as you're providing housing for people by renting out a portion of your house. You pay tax on that money, so they get more money and you get to deduct a portion of the interest. But that's a question for an accountant. I think it's important that you hire professionals that will help you in your financial growth, and I have one. This is a win-win situation in my books. Just make sure you follow the rules outlined. To get started, here's what you need to do. If you don't have an RSP, talk to a bank or financial planner or an accountant to start one immediately. There are rule limits that we talked about on how much you can put into an RSP, so it's important to check. If you have RRSPs, check your RRSP balance to see how much you can withdraw and confirm it has been in there a minimum of the 90 days. Talk to your bank or financial advisor to ensure you meet the eligibility requirements. Start planning your repayment schedule so you can stay on track immediately. This is a great opportunity to use your savings strategically and make home ownership more attainable. Remember, laws change, so be sure to check out the Government of Canada website to make sure you have the most up-to-date information and talk with the financial institution you use for your banking. I'm just providing information. If you found this video helpful, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing it with someone who might need this information. Thanks for watching, and good luck on your journey to becoming a homeowner and a real estate investor. See you in the next video.